Mikel Arteta is going to allow his players' family members to get on this trip to Dubai that the team has to go after suggesting that the team needed of love. They need some love after the defeat against Liverpool. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. Now, look, you see it right here. It is true. Mikel Arteta will allow his players' family members to go on this trip, and I don't know. Look, what is going on with Arsenal, man? The Gunners have dropped the fourth spot. And listen, first of all, Top FCTV. My name is Chris, by the way. If you're new, subscribe, like the video. I'm not here to do this banting and ranting and do all that stuff, to get out of character just for clicks and likes. I actually pose these questions to genuine fans that want to have their say. I will respond to your comments, and I really want to know if you're an Arsenal fan, what are your thoughts on what's going on with your club, with Arsenal Football Club? Look, Arsenal is looking like they are losing their way a little bit, and what the team says that they need family love, that they need to be, they need to have some of that going on. That way they get back to the winning days. They get back to recovering that the gameplay that they had, maybe in the beginning of the season, certainly last season. We can agree that Arsenal hasn't been the team they were last season this year. I thought they were going to, and I'm the one of the few people that said I think Arsenal are going to win this season. But they have been acting up a little bit as of late. Right now, if you look at the table right here, fourth in the league, fourth. And listen, they still got 40 points. They're basically at got the same points as Manchester City. Uh, and this is just looks. And a lot of people say, they have fallen off the face of the earth. They suck. Arteta is a fraud. I don't go as far as doing that. I think that is banting and ranting, and I'm not for that. I'm actually to try to have a genuine conversation of football. And listen, they got 40 points just like City. They're 2 points away from Aston Villa, who people might think that they're going to be the ones to fall off the top. And literally 5 points away from Liverpool, 2 games away from Liverpool. They can still get up there in second spot. And, it depends on if they win against Crystal Palace next week in the Premier League and City lose against Newcastle and Aston Villa lose, they could very well be in second spot. Depending on what Liverpool does, then they could still be in a title race. And I think that we are in a moment in a time in the league where it's looking like the title race is going to start shaping up. Some of these teams are going to be there. Some of these teams are going to fall off. I still have hope that Arsenal are not going to be the one to fall off. Listen, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm a Newcastle fan. But regardless, I do have trust that Declan Rice is going to be a leader for this team, that they're going to find a way to do it. Now, a lot of Arsenal fans think we need, and they say we need a striker. Ivan Tony was one of the players that they try to look for. Well, Arteta pretty much said it. They're probably not going to sign anybody this winter transfer window. Is he saying that just because he wants to say it? Is he saying it with a purpose? In the meaning behind it being that I'm not going to give anything away. I'm going to keep it in the house. That way, when we get a deal done, it's never, it's not compromised if we're negotiating. Is that so? Uh, but at the end of the day, it's looking like Ivan Tony might not. If you take Arteta's word, it looks like Ivan Tony might not be coming. And if most Arsenal fans that I talk to, they want a striker. They want somebody that can come on and capitalize. And to be honest with you, when you look at the season, what is coming up for Arsenal, you can see it right here. The next match against Crystal Palace, that could be a feasible match. They do get some trouble from Crystal Palace every now and then they got Nottingham Forest away. That should be a winnable match. Who knows though? You never know. And then they're going to see Liverpool again for the Premier League. You got West Ham who's climbing up, and then you of course get Burnley. But we're not going to go that far. But before this Liverpool match, they got 2 must-win matches in order to stay in the title race, and that's going to be Crystal Palace. That's going to be Nottingham Forest. I want to hear your opinion on what you got to say about that. But when it comes to this trip, that might be, something that they're not that most fans are not even concerned about. At the end of the day, it still is what it is. If the manager thinks that they need the family members to go out there and show some love, to a certain extent, I agree. But also, you got to take in consideration that some of these players might lose their way. They might not be concentrated enough, and I don't know what's going on in Dubai or why they're even going there. To be honest with you, but it's a mid season trip over there. They go this Tuesday, and at the end of the day, this really doesn't matter, right? What matters is what is the team going to do moving forward in the Premier League. They just got eliminated by Liverpool, a tough team, the most difficult team for them to play in this cup. Everybody else didn't get to play. You can say the Newcastle Sunderland was a tough match because of the derby. Other than that, no other team really played a tougher match. It was the fixture of this week for the FA Cup. And listen, I don't agree with some fans that are saying that it is what it is. We got bigger fish to fry. I don't understand with I don't agree with that, because regardless, you got bigger fish to fry, but you won the FA Cup. You got the most FA Cup titles, I believe, or cups or trophies, however you want to call it. And if that's the title that you've won, you need to put that in the pedestal. You need to give it the importance that it deserves. And I understand that Arsenal fans want to win something else, and they certainly will definitely look to do that. But you can't just diminish the FA Cup simply because you got eliminated. So I want to hear what Arsenal fans think. I want to read your comments. I'm going to interact with you. Of course, I want to know everything you have to say. Is Arteta the man for Arsenal? Is this a must-win season for Arsenal? They must win something. They're still in the Champions League. It's going to be tough though to actually win the biggest tournament club-wise. But you let me know. What do you think of what's happening with the Gunners? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Of course, my name is Chris. This is Top FC TV. We will see you on the next one. Bye bye.